What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm waiting for one of my inspections on my real estate property. God willing, I'm going to pass and I can move forward. In the meantime, I haven't been able to make a lot of content. I still don't feel too good coming home from Dubai. I got sick, not really sure what I got, but I am hopefully going to get better in a couple of days. It's like on and off. Anyways, as I'm waiting here to do my inspection, there's some news that comes out of Palantir, and I really want to give you guys content, and I apologize that I'm not able to bang it out every single day like I usually do. Palantir just signed a massive $443 million contract with the CDC. Previously, they did have a contract with the CDC. The previous contract with CDC was for $5.3 million. So obviously, this is like a 90 plus X contract. And the contract is going to be over 5 years. And basically, Palantir is working with a couple of other departments within the United States, the HHS, and a couple of other departments. And what's going to happen now is they're going to take all these programs that they're working on, they're going to put it together and work under the branch of the CDC, and they're going to use their technology to move everything forward. This is a massive, massive contract. We're probably going to get no love for this, as usual, and probably our share price is going to go down as usual. So I'm starting to notice something, and I don't know if you guys are noticing it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you guys are noticing the same thing. Palantir is moving massively into healthcare. Now, healthcare can be defined as many different things. Healthcare can be defined as going to a hospital, you have a bed, you go to an emergency room, so on and so forth. Healthcare can be defined as supply chains. Healthcare can be defined as PPP distribution, vaccine distribution. Healthcare can be defined as on-field military healthcare, so on and so forth. And there's probably like another dozen ways that you can define healthcare. And I believe that Palantir is really moving into healthcare in totality. Siam Shankar went on TV the other day and he was talking about how healthcare is almost an untapped market, how they're the leaders in this market, and it's their third largest vertical, which means that it's the third thing that brings in a lot of money. There's a lot of contracts that they're signing up. They signed up the supply chain, both private and public. We're waiting for the NHS contract, which could be worth up to $1 billion over the next 10 years. We are bidding on a specific £360 million over 5 years. Also, the Cleveland Clinic, I made a video about this the other day. The Cleveland Clinic is like the third largest hospital clinic or hospital in the world. Globally, they have over 6,000 beds. They have a 170-acre campus, and they're located in many, regions in the world. The interesting thing about the Cleveland Clinic is they're already considered to be one of the most efficient working hospitals, and they're working with Palantir, which is very interesting. Kind of reminds me of the thing that they're doing with Jacobs, where Jacobs took a plant that was already by industry standards highly efficient and made it 20% more efficient by using proactive instead of reactive measures using Palantir. That's neither here or there. I just wanted to give you guys a quick example. So it seems to me that Palantir keeps moving forward in the healthcare. And I keep saying it. If it's good for the government, it's good for private sector. So a lot of these government contracts at the highest levels, like the CDC, is going to translate into mucho buco dinero. That's a lot of money. I think that's what I said. In private healthcare. Now, Palantir keeps knocking it out of the park with contracts. Palantir keeps knocking it out of the park with customers. I believe that we are very, very, very early on the S-curve. I believe that the adoption of Palantir is still in its infancy stage. Now, this is not financial advice, purely entertainment, educational. Some people might laugh. This is what I see happening with Palantir. Palantir is growing like a mofo. Palantir keeps getting new clients, new contracts, and as I said, they start with a small contract and then they expand on that contract. They started with $5.3 million, and this is a $443 million contract. And this is just one example. I show you these examples all the time. CDC, NHS England right now, NIH, right? National Institute of Health for the United States. And like I said, they worked with the military and things like that. I like the fact that they're getting into healthcare, and this market is huge. If they can show that you become more efficient using Palantir, and people give examples. So the CTO, Chief Technology Officer of Tyson, came out and says, hey, in 2 years we saved $200 million using Palantir, right? This is a literal use case example of how Palantir works. We always talk about Palantir, how Palantir can make you more efficient. If you use Palantir, you're less efficient, therefore more efficient, and you're saving more money. Well, Tyson Foods was a direct example of Palantir being able to do exactly that. Showcase how in 2 years Palantir was able to save all this money. If we can have the same showcase, if we can have the same example from a hospital, right, where a hospital like Cleveland Clinic is going to say, hey, we have a 10-year deal with Palantir. Over the course of 2 years, we noticed that wait times were reduced by 15%. I'm just giving you guys an example. And supply chain issues was reduced by 8%. And profit went up by 4% or 20%. That doesn't matter. I'm just giving you guys arbitrary numbers. And if we can have a specific example like we had with Tyson, then it's possible that Palantir is going to get the recognition and more people are going to adopt Palantir. That's why I believe that Palantir is still at the infancy stage of this S-curve, right? We're like literally right here. As Palantir keeps getting these contracts, they don't always translate to the most lucrative deals. I know Chris Patel says that healthcare is not so lucrative. Shout out to Chris Patel. Shout out. Congratulations on 2,000 subs, by the way. Maybe I'll have 2,000 subs. I think I'm like 50 subs away. Looking for that big 2,000. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys all. He says healthcare is not so lucrative. There's a lot of problems that can happen, and it might be bad for Palantir. I don't see it that way. I don't see any of these contracts bad. I see all of these partnerships as good, and we're able to break into fields. But Palantir has been in healthcare one way, shape, or another for a while, right? Starting with small contracts, expanding this. This is a massive deal. $443 million with, CDC. That's like the highest level of healthcare in the United States, right? Definitely different healthcare, CDC. It's not like it's more for, disease control, outbreaks, some crazy stuff like that than regular hospital visits. But this is very, very important because that shows that Palantir is literally from A to Z, right? From supply chains, public, private, clinic level, hospital level, United States, England, other countries, and at the highest levels of the most severe diseases you can have, which would be CDC. Emergency control, catastrophe control, basically Palantir is for everything. This is going to translate eventually to a lot more business. As Palantir moves forward, price goes down, conviction goes up. I have a lot more conviction in Palantir every single day because I see what's happening. Now, all this does not translate to profits necessarily right now, but all this, in my opinion, my personal opinion, is going to translate into a shit ton of profits in the future. Right now, concentrate on getting these massive contracts, expanding on these massive contracts, and getting your TAM up, right? Get your TAM game up. Total addressable market. Dr. Alex Karp, on a different note, was on NBC. I got to make a video on that. Maybe I'll do it when I get home. After this inspection, if I feel good. Right now, I feel pretty good. I'm actually able to make a video. He says that our total addressable market is $900 billion. That's between U.S. government spending and abroad government spending. Not, not U.S., but like UK, Europe, so on and so forth. So, but that's only taking into account military. And that military budget is going to go up. Right now, our military budget is $800 billion. However, in 2026, it's estimated it's going to be $1 trillion as per Bank of America. It seems like Dr. Alex Karp is concentrating strongly on military, and Shyam Shankar is almost de facto becoming the commercial guy, right? The CEO for commercial. I know he's not the CEO, but you guys get what I'm saying. Kind of like a split. That's what I see is happening right now, that they're kind of, Karp is concentrating on military and Shyam is concentrating on commercial. All right, we'll see what's going to happen. Guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much. Have a great day.